Seniors, eat this in the morning to boost circulation down there. After 60. Suvi feet ein. Hey there, gentlemen. Let's have a real talk. Just you and me. If you're over 60 and you've started to notice weaker erections, low energy, or maybe even a strange numbness below the belt, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. A lot of men assume these changes are just part of aging. But what if the real issue starts much earlier in your day? Like at breakfast? Most guys don't realize that the foods they eat first thing in the morning can either support healthy blood flow to the groin or slowly choke it off. And the truth is, it's not about some magic pill or expensive treatment. It's about knowing which everyday foods to use in the right way. That's the surprising part. These aren't exotic ingredients or strange supplements. They're simple, familiar foods you've seen 1,000 times, but probably never thought of as tools for male vitality. When used correctly, they can help restore circulation, boost energy, and even strengthen the muscles that matter most when it's time to show up with confidence. And no, you don't have to overhaul your entire diet or suffer through bland meals. In fact, you might be just one breakfast tweak away from feeling like yourself again, or even better. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 specific breakfast foods that can quietly make a big impact on male health and performance. Stay with me until the end, because I'm also going to reveal one unusual food combo that's been helping men notice real changes in less than a week. So if you're serious about reclaiming your vitality, improving blood flow, and feeling strong where it counts, you're in the right place. This isn't just about food. It's about feeling alive again. Health Aura. Know it right. Live it light. 1. The surprising breakfast food that could reignite your vitality. After 60, imagine waking up one morning and realizing your body suddenly feels more alive, your energy is steadier, your balance is stronger, and something you hadn't felt in a long time is back. It's not a fantasy. For thousands of men over 60, this transformation begins with something so deceptively simple, so ordinary, you probably already have it in your fridge. The secret isn't found in a prescription bottle or a fancy supplement. It starts with what you eat when you open your eyes each morning. For years, you may have been overlooking a familiar food that holds powerful potential to restore what age and routine have slowly drained. No hype, no miracle claims, just real biology responding to real nourishment. I'm talking about whole eggs, nature's most complete source of fuel for the male body, especially for restoring circulation and muscle strength where it matters most. These aren't just a breakfast staple, they're a catalyst. Think about how many mornings you've skipped a real meal, settling for a cup of coffee and maybe a slice of toast. What your body needs in those early hours is far more specific, especially after 60, when natural circulation begins to slow and deep muscle tissue starts to weaken. What if I told you that by feeding your body the right nutrients at the right time, you could start reversing those changes, not with medication, but with food? Whole eggs contain an ideal blend of nutrients that activate blood flow and muscle repair, vitamin D to support hormone production, B12 to energize your nervous system, choline for vascular health, and leucine, an amino acid that helps rebuild deep pelvic muscles that silently affect your strength, stability, and sexual function. These muscles are rarely talked about but critically important. They help maintain erections, prevent leaks, and stabilize your core as you move. With age, they weaken quietly, until one day you realize something just isn't working the way it used to. But the amazing thing is, when you start supporting them, especially first thing in the morning, your body begins to respond. I remember one man, 67, who hadn't experienced a morning erection in over 2 years. He simply added 2 boiled eggs to his breakfast every day. 4 weeks later, he called in disbelief. I woke up like I was 40 again. That's not magic. That's biology. That's what happens when you stop depriving your body and finally give it the fuel it's been craving. Whole eggs are more than food. They're a signal to your body that it's time to rebuild, restore, and reawaken what's been lying dormant. This is just the beginning. Chia, oats and chia seeds, the gentle morning ritual that opens your arteries and restores vitality. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You wake up, stretch, and feel something you haven't felt in years. Lightness in your legs, steady energy in your core, and a quiet confidence returning to the parts of your body that once made you feel fully alive. This isn't a dream or some far-off goal. It's the very real effect of making one small, powerful shift in your morning routine. You see, when most men over 60 complain about poor circulation, weak erections, or that constant heaviness in the lower body, they often look to medications, supplements, or age itself for answers. But the real root cause can lie in something much more subtle: what you eat within the first hour of your day. Too often, breakfast is either skipped entirely or filled with sugary cereals and empty carbs that spike your blood sugar and starve your arteries. But there's a quiet, natural antidote that can begin to change everything, one warm spoonful at a time. A bowl of oats, topped with chia seeds, might seem too simple to matter. But when eaten consistently and with intention, this combination becomes a powerful circulatory tonic. Oats contain beta-glucan, a special type of fiber that doesn't just lower cholesterol. It actually scrubs the inner walls of your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to travel freely, especially to the pelvis and groin. That means better performance, better movement, and better energy. But it doesn't stop there. Chia seeds, tiny yet mighty, bring in omega-3s, magnesium, and potassium, all essential nutrients for relaxing the blood vessels, reducing inflammation, and enhancing smooth blood flow. Together, they form a morning ritual that gently tells your body it's time to heal, time to strengthen, and time to perform again. This isn't just heart health. It's masculine energy, renewed from the inside out. And the best part? You can feel results faster than you think. 3. Watermelon. The morning fruit that awakens. More than just your taste buds. What if the first thing you put into your body each morning didn't just hydrate you, but gently woke up your circulation, restored sensation to forgotten areas, and reignited the inner fire that time may have dimmed? Imagine starting your day not with caffeine or sugar, but with something so pure, so naturally potent, that it speaks directly to the very systems in your body responsible for blood flow, performance, and vitality. No harsh chemicals, no forced stimulation. Just nature working with your biology to bring you back to life. Watermelon may seem like a simple fruit, just a sweet slice of summer, but hidden beneath its vibrant red flesh is something extraordinary. Within that juicy bite lies a powerful natural compound called L-citrulline, a gift from nature that your body knows exactly what to do with. As soon as it enters your system, L-citrulline is converted into L-arginine, which then boosts nitric oxide, a key molecule that relaxes and opens up your blood vessels, allowing for more efficient circulation to every part of your body, especially the ones most affected by age. This isn't theory. It's the exact same biological pathway that modern erectile dysfunction medications rely on. But in this case, you're fueling your recovery with food, not pharmaceuticals. You're nourishing your body instead of overriding it. And that difference matters. It means fewer side effects. It means sustainable results. And it means your body begins to remember what it once did naturally. Men who incorporate watermelon into their morning routine often notice results far sooner than they expect. More sensation, better responsiveness, even spontaneous morning arousals that haven't happened in years. Because you're not forcing anything. You're simply stepping out of the way and letting your body do what it was built to do. For optimal results, enjoy a few slices of fresh watermelon on an empty stomach or just before your main breakfast. This is when your digestive system absorbs it best, allowing the citrulline to do its job efficiently. And don't throw out the pale white rind just beneath the surface. It holds the highest concentration of this powerful compound. Blend it into a smoothie or chew it slowly. It may not taste sweet, but it holds a potency your circulation will thank you for. Watermelon isn't just a fruit. It's a signal to your system that it's time to wake up, to re-engage, to come alive again. If you've been searching for a simple, natural way to support your male energy and restore a sense of vitality, this may be the most delicious and overlooked secret sitting right in your fridge. 4. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt. The morning grounder that awakens strength from the feet up. What if the key to restoring energy, balance, and strength in your lower body wasn't hidden in a prescription, but waiting quietly in your kitchen? Simple, warm, and ready to meet your body exactly where it is? Most men overlook this one food because of its humble nature. It doesn't come in a bottle or a shiny package, and it doesn't make dramatic promises. But when paired with a single, powerful mineral, it becomes one of the most quietly effective morning rituals you can adopt. I'm talking about steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt. The combination may sound too basic to make a difference, but when you understand what your body goes through in the first hour after waking, you'll see why this pairing is so potent. After hours without food, your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even the ones that support your most intimate function, are depleted. They're low on glycogen, drained of minerals, and waiting for nourishment to return to full function. Your blood vessels are ready to expand, your nerves are searching for balance, and your entire lower body is asking to be recharged. Sweet potatoes, with their rich stores of complex carbohydrates, offer clean, slow-burning energy without spiking blood sugar. They refuel your muscles gently and effectively, giving your body the sustainable power it needs to move, respond, and function throughout the day. But the real magic happens when you add just a pinch of Celtic sea salt, an unrefined mineral treasure that contains over 80 trace elements essential for optimal health. These minerals help regulate nerve impulses, support hydration, stabilize blood pressure, and enhance blood flow. They're especially important as you age, when your ability to retain and use these minerals begins to decline. This simple breakfast doesn't just feed you, It grounds you. It reestablishes the rhythm of circulation, awakens nerve sensitivity, and helps restore the deep internal balance your body has been quietly missing. I've seen it happen again and again. Men who struggled for years with sluggishness, numbness, or discomfort in their lower body, finally finding relief from what seemed like an unlikely source. The sweet potato and salt work together to turn your breakfast into a foundation of strength. It's not just about food. It's about listening to what your body has been asking for and responding with the kind of care it recognizes. If your mornings have felt heavy, if your steps feel uncertain, if you're looking for something that gently yet powerfully lifts you from within, this is your invitation. A half-steamed sweet potato, a touch of Celtic salt, a new start from the inside out. 5. The first step, turning knowledge into power. One morning at a time. Let's imagine for a moment that your body isn't breaking down. It's simply waiting for you to start listening. Every ache, every moment of low energy, every quiet sign of fading intimacy isn't your body giving up. It's your body asking for support, asking for action, asking for you to return. Because no matter how old you are, no matter how long you felt disconnected from the strength and energy you once had, the ability to turn things around is still within your grasp. You've now discovered 5 powerful foods, tools designed not just to nourish your body, but to reignite the systems that power your vitality from the inside out. Foods that restore blood flow, awaken muscle fibers, rehydrate tissues, and reawaken the parts of you that may have grown quiet with time. But knowledge alone is never enough. The true change, the shift you can feel in your legs, in your core, and in your confidence, begins when you decide to act, not later, not when it's convenient, but now. The morning you choose to begin, everything starts moving differently. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything at once. Just pick one of those 5 foods and start. Maybe it's 2 soft-boiled eggs with the yolks. Maybe a bowl of warm oats with chia seeds and cinnamon. Maybe a few slices of fresh watermelon or half a steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt. What matters is not what you pick, but that you do pick something and commit. Within the first hour of waking, your body is uniquely primed to receive. Your blood vessels are more responsive, your muscles are calling for fuel, and your nervous system is searching for balance. This window is where healing begins. This is where the rebuilding happens. If you've been skipping breakfast, reaching for quick sugar, or waiting until you feel exhausted before you eat, you've been missing the moment that matters most. But tomorrow can be different. And if you stay consistent, even for a few days, you might begin to feel it. The lightness in your legs, the warmth returning to your lower body, the strength in your steps, and the quiet return of something you thought you'd lost. Hope. And if a part of you is still wondering whether it's too late, hear this now. It's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even late 80s reclaim their energy, their drive, and their connection by doing one simple thing, starting their day with purpose. So here's the question that only you can answer. Will tomorrow morning be the one where everything begins to change? Or will you let another day slip by, waiting for something outside you to make the first move? The choice is yours. Your comeback starts with one meal, one moment, and one decision to fight for yourself. Health Aura. Know it right. Live it light. 6. Your next chapter begins at breakfast. The final key to lasting vitality. If there's one truth I want to leave you with, it's this. Aging doesn't steal your strength. It only takes what you quietly stop fighting for. And most men don't lose their vitality because their bodies give up. They lose it because somewhere along the way, they stop believing change is possible. But that ends today. You now hold something powerful in your hands. The knowledge of 5 simple, real foods. Whole eggs, beets, oats with chia seeds, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt. Each one uniquely supports blood flow, muscle recovery, nerve sensitivity, and energy where it matters most. These aren't fads or quick fixes. These are natural, time-tested tools that your body understands, responds to, and thrives on, especially when consumed during the most critical hour of your day, the morning. Because how you start your day sets the rhythm for everything else. It affects how you move, how you feel, how you show up, for yourself, your partner, and your life. You don't need to change everything at once. You simply need to begin. Let tomorrow morning be your reset. Fuel your body with intention. Use your breakfast as your first step in reclaiming vitality, not just in your body, but in your mindset. Each bite is a quiet yet powerful reminder that your story isn't over. You're just stepping into the next act. So now, the choice is yours. Will you keep waiting for something to change, or will you become the one who creates that change? If this message spoke to you, if you know someone who needs to hear it, like it, share it, and pass it on. Because every man deserves to know that strength, energy, and confidence are still within reach.